Please subscribe to this channel and support us so we can post new sci-fi stories every day. Your support keeps us going. The crystalline spires of Galactic Academy pierced the violet sky, their surfaces reflecting binary suns across the vast courtyard. Inside the largest amphitheater, holographic banners announced the 847th Annual Beast Companion Exhibition. Visual, sweeping establishing shot of gleaming towers against alien sunset. Alien cadets from 17 sectors gathered in excitement. This was the day young warriors proved their worth by presenting the most fearsome creatures their homeworlds could offer. Visual, wide shot of diverse alien species filling the bustling amphitheater. Zethkar, a towering Valdorian with obsidian scales and 4 amber eyes, strutted across the floor with his razor-spine hound from volcanic deathworlds. The beast's metallic scales caught light like liquid mercury, each edge sharp enough to slice battle armor. Visual close-up of the hound's metallic scales and glowing eyes. Behold the apex of Valdorian breeding programs, Zethkar announced. 3 centuries of genetic refinement have produced a creature that can hunt through plasma storms. The hound growled harmonically, vibrating through the building's foundations. Visual, wide shot, showing Zethkar presenting his creature to impressed crowd. Krissa of the Etheria Collective glided forward, her translucent form shimmering. Behind her slithered the void serpent of Nethys, 15 feet of living shadow that absorbed light itself. When it moved, reality seemed to bend around it. Visual, ethereal shot of Krissa and her shadow-like serpent, with light-bending effects. The void serpent hunts by consuming light around its prey, leaving them blind in absolute darkness, Krissa whispered. It has no natural predators in 17 known dimensions. The serpent raised its head, and amphitheater lights dimmed. Visual, dramatic dimming effect, with close-ups of nervous alien faces. Torvin stomped forward, each step creating tremors. On his shoulder perched a plasma hawk, wings crackling with energy. The bird's crystal feathers channeled bioelectric fields that could generate plasma bursts hot enough to melt titanium. Visual slow-motion shot of hawk spreading wings with electrical discharge effects. The exhibition continued with more terrifying companions: phase spiders, sonic banshees, shadow wolves. Each revelation seemed more impossible than the last, testament to dangerous life throughout the galaxy. Visual, rapid montage showing creatures flickering between dimensions, visible sound waves, smoke-like movements. High Commander Vextel, whose species had conquered 3 star systems, observed from his elevated platform. These exhibitions evaluated cadets' judgment as much as displaying beasts. The competitive atmosphere was electric. Visual, establishing shot of elevated observation deck with imposing alien figures. Then, through the massive entrance doors, walked a single human cadet. Marcus Chen appeared unremarkably average height, lacking impressive scales or energy fields. His standard uniform seemed plain. Most notably, he walked alone. Visual, long shot, emphasizing Marcus's solitary figure against grand entrance. Zethkar's eyes narrowed. "Where is your beast, Softskin?" he called out, using the derogatory term. "Did you forget, this is the Beast Companion Exhibition? Or perhaps your pathetic world has nothing worthy?" Visual close-up of Zethkar's mocking expression with reaction shots of aliens snickering. The mockery spread like wildfire. Krissa's laughter tinkled like breaking crystal. Humans and their domesticated pets probably brought a mammal that fetches sticks. Torvin's booming chuckle vibrated through the floor as other cadets pointed and made jokes. Visual montage of laughing alien faces with multilingual ridicule. Marcus stood calmly in the center, seemingly unbothered by waves of contempt. He slowly surveyed assembled creatures and their owners, dark eyes taking in every detail. When laughter began dying down, he spoke clearly. "My companion is waiting outside." Visual, wide shot, showing contrast between Marcus's calm demeanor and erupting laughter. Fresh waves of laughter erupted. "A human's companion," wheezed Torvin. "What did you bring?" "A canine that performs tricks." Aliens began placing mock bets on what pathetic creature would emerge. Visual close-up of various alien faces, making exaggerated expressions of disbelief. Marcus reached into his jacket and produced a small whistle. Laughter intensified as aliens pointed at the tiny instrument. He raised it to his lips and blew a single, clear note and remarkable. No special harmonics. Visual, extreme close-up of whistle with expectant alien faces in background. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the floor began to vibrate. Barely perceptible at first, but tremors grew stronger, more rhythmic, matching the pace of something incredibly large, moving with deliberate purpose. Visual. Low-angle shot, showing dust particles dancing on vibrating floor. Laughter faded as aliens looked around in confusion. The air grew heavier, carrying a wild scent that spoke to primordial fears buried in genetic memory of prey species. Even assembled predators showed signs of unease. Visual alien expressions changing from amusement to confusion as vibrations intensify. The massive entrance doors, designed to withstand siege warfare, began creaking under external pressure. Through gaps around the frame, shadows moved, shadows too large for any catalogued creature. The Academy's artificial sunlight was suddenly blocked by something moving across the sky. Visual dramatic low-angle shot of enormous doors bending with ominous shadows. A sound echoed through the amphitheater that froze alien blood. A low, rumbling vocalization that vibrated through air itself. Not quite a roar, not quite a growl, but something primal that spoke directly to fear sentient of every sentient brain. Visual. Wide shot, showing all aliens freezing in terror at the sound. The doors gave way with controlled movement. What entered defied every galactic database. It stood 8 feet at the shoulder, combining muscular power of a terrestrial big cat with intelligent coordination of a wolf pack. Its midnight black coat had silver streaks that absorbed and reflected light simultaneously. Visual slow-motion entrance shot, showing creature emerging from shadows. This was no ordinary predator. Genetic modification had enhanced everything dangerous about Earth's apex species. Its teeth could shear molecular bonds, claws extended like liquid metal, muscles generated forces measured in tons. When it breathed, air shimmered with potential energy. Visual close-up details, showing enhanced features, metallic claws, intelligent eyes. The alien creatures, each apex predator of their worlds, took one look and immediately understood their place in the universal food chain. The razor-spine hound began backing toward its master, whining. The void serpent coiled so tightly its abilities flickered. The plasma hawk's discharge sputtered and died. Visual. Quick cuts, showing each alien predator's panicked reaction. Marcus walked calmly toward his companion. The creature lowered its massive head in greeting. When Marcus placed his hand on the beast's skull, his entire hand disappeared into thick fur. Yet this was no submission, but partnership between equals. Visual. Powerful shot, showing size, contrast, emphasizing partnership over ownership. "This is Rex," Marcus said, his voice carrying through the silent amphitheater. "He's a Terran apex, the result of 5,000 years of human partnership with Earth's most successful predators." Rex's eyes swept across assembled aliens and their cowering beasts. Visual wide shot showing Marcus and Rex as unified team. High Commander Vextel rose from his chair, compound eyes focusing intently. "That species is not in our xenobiological archives," he announced, voice carrying scientific fascination and military concern. Throughout the galaxy, the archive contained profiles for every known dangerous species. Visual. Close-up of Commander's features with holographic displays showing nitrogen match found. Instructor Korth's mandibles clicked frantically as she consulted databases. The muscle density readings are impossible. Neural activity suggests intelligence approaching sentient thresholds. The bonding patterns. This defies everything we know about interspecies relationships. Visual over-shoulder shot of instructor's workstation with rapidly scrolling data. Marcus scratched behind Rex's ears, and the massive creature made a sound part purr, part rumble, vibrating through the structure. "We don't keep pets on Earth," Marcus explained conversationally. "We keep partners. Rex isn't my property. He's my friend, my teammate, my family. We choose each other." Visual. Intimate. Close-up showing affection between human and apex predator. The concept baffled assembled aliens, whose relationships with creatures were based on dominance or telepathic control. The idea of voluntary partnership with an apex predator was beyond their comprehension. Visual. Confused alien faces trying to process this revolutionary concept. Rex turned his attention to other creatures. Without making a sound, without any aggression, he simply looked at each alien predator. One by one, they submitted not to force, but to recognition of something transcendent. The void serpent pressed its head to the floor. The phase spider curled its legs. Even the sonic banshee fell silent. Visual slow-motion sequence showing Rex's gaze and universal submission. "Impossible," breathed Zetka. The razor-spine breed was designed to feel no fear, recognize no superior predator, yet his creature now cowered behind his legs like a frightened pet. Visual close-up of Zethkar Shock, with cowering hound behind him. Chris's form flickered with terror, the void serpents responding to pheromone signatures that shouldn't exist, acknowledging dominance markers not in any database. Her telepathic bond was being overridden by something far more primitive and fundamental. Visual shot of Chris's unstable form as connection disrupts. The silence was broken only by Rex's breathing and whimpers of creatures that had never known fear. Marcus looked around at expressions of shock and dawning respect from warriors whose species had conquered star systems. Visual wide shot showing transformed dynamics of the amphitheater. Earth is a death world, Marcus continued with gentle education. Gravity twice galactic standard, weather that kills in minutes, extinction cycles that cull the weak. Rex's ancestors didn't just survive, they thrived in partnership with the species, crazy enough to domesticate Death World apex predators. Visual flashback montage showing Earth's hostile environment. Commander Vextal descended from his platform with careful dignity. Cadet Chen, your world's classification will be updated immediately. Earth is being reclassified to Category Omega Death World. Any species that can form partnership bonds with such creatures represents a threat level requiring immediate diplomatic recalibration. Visual official announcement with reaction shots showing dawning understanding. The implications were staggering. Alien cadets began backing away, recognizing they were in presence of something operating by unknown rules. Rex settled into rest position, demonstrating relaxation and instant readiness simultaneously. Visual wide shot showing unconscious repositioning, creating distance. The Beast Companion exhibition is concluded, announced the commander. This demonstration has provided valuable intelligence regarding humanity's unique approach to interspecies cooperation. As other cadets filed out, carefully avoiding Rex, Marcus and his companion prepared to leave. Visual dramatic exit shot showing natural partnership. The massive predator rose smoothly, standing at full height, a reminder of Earth's evolutionary power. Then with fluid grace, Rex padded toward the exit, Marcus walking casually beside him. The partnership was so natural, it challenged everything the galaxy thought they knew. Visual final shot showing Rex's imposing stature and their natural bond. In days that followed, reports would spread throughout the galaxy. Protocols would be rewritten, agreements renegotiated. The exhibition had revealed something significant about humanity's place among the stars. The galaxy learned never to underestimate the species that tamed Earth's apex predators through friendship, not force. Visual montage of diplomatic consequences across galactic civilization. Rex's demonstration would be remembered as the moment the galaxy realized humans didn't keep pets, they kept partners who chose them just as deliberately as they had been chosen in return. Visual final shot of Marcus and Rex walking away as equals and partners. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to this channel and support us so we can post new videos every day. Your support means the world.